You took way too long.
I was giving a break. Alright, everyone be quiet. I'm recording already, just...
Ethan, come back.
Alright.
No,
Hello?
redo.
No, we're going. I'm not doing this again. Hello and welcome to the maiden... Can you shut up? This is why we can't have nice things. Alright.
Hello, welcome to the Chaotic Voyage podcast.
No, you be quiet. Just...
Wait, we're not allowed to do it? Oh, it's just either?
You can do it in the future, just not now. Okay. Hello and welcome to the maiden voyage of the Chaotic Voyage podcast. I'm Cameron, your captain for this trip. With me, as always, is my first mate, Paris.
Me.
And Ethan, our head engineer, is joining us from the boiler room. Eth, that's when you say hello or something.
Hello or something. Hello or something.
Paul is also with us, but due to having scurvy, he can no longer speak. Anyway, now prepare to set sail with us. Paris, can you sing us the podcast intro, please?
Sure can. Ethan, lay down the beat, please.
Oh my god, just...
Yeah. Okay. Start again.
Alright, Ethan, please don't do that. That hurts my ears. Just sing... Alright.
Alright. Okay. No, I'm singing it. Alright. Here we are. We're on the podcast. On this journey that's quite chaotic. It's also erotic. Sometimes.
No,
Thanks for joining. See you next time.
No, just sing us now. What are you... Alright. Yeah, so we've introduced ourselves, podcast has started, we've had our intro song that was sung.
Excuse me?
Yeah, so... You heard me.
Wait, we're gonna put some auto-tune over that in post, aren't we?
No, that's how we do it, we're doing it live, but not live. Anyway, did anyone have anything they wanted to talk about?
Why are you the captain?
Because it's my podcast. Well,
I thought it was my podcast.
You joined like a minute ago. We had this sorted out, and then you're not even on the test footage.
Oh. Speaking of sorting things out, can you send me that link again, Cameron?
Again?
Because he restarted the thing. Right?
I just sent one. Anyway.
Did you?
Ethan, if you had superpowers, would you become a superhero?
Depends what superpower it is.
You have Spider-Man's powers.
Oh no, fuck that shit. I'll become a supervillain.
Why is that?
I think it'll be more entertaining.
Would you actually though, or are you just saying that just a joke? Because I might have to report you to the police otherwise.
Depends on how I wake up. I'll be like Deadpool. Some days he's a good dude, some days he's a bad dude.
Well,
you just never know.
Don't know if I ever want to sleep again. I feel like Ethan's just going to kill me in my sleep or something.
Probably.
Paris,
that'd be a very villainous thing to do. I think I'd do like the same as Ethan, kind of.
Hell.
Like
that's a good
I wouldn't be a hero. I definitely wouldn't be a villain. An anti-hero. I remembered it. Yeah.
I mean,
good job. So
proud of you, bud.
I'd probably just use my powers to do like selfish things for selfish reasons.
Yeah,
but like I wouldn't like go out of my way to harm people unless maybe they really deserved it. I don't know.
Yeah. So like you're not going to become a superhero and put your life at risk, but you're not going to
definitely not
start killing people like Ethan will apparently.
If I had the powers and I was walking down the street and I saw like a bus just about to drive into a crowd of people, I'd probably step in and try to do something, but I wouldn't go out of my way to find crime and stop it and stuff like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was really worried when you started saying that. It's like,
if there was a bus and
heading towards a bunch of people,
sit back and laugh.
I think I just watched. I don't want to do anything. It's not my job. But yeah,
I'd just say, hey, watch out for that bus.
Old yo bus.
Well, you guys would make awesome heroes, but I mean, I'd probably do the same. Just keep a low profile.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I'm not one to put my life at risk. I'd like to say that I would just be like swing through the streets and save people, but I don't know if I could do it.
Hey, if you put your life at risk and you die,
Yeah, I'd wear a costume. It'd be awesome. I'd make it myself. It'd be like
So what? You're just pretty much gonna be wearing a skinned version of yourself.
it's
A
low
skin
quality
version.
stitching, man.
It's $2 an hour, man.
what does $2 an hour mean? Is that
Yes,
do I
That's
get
what he
paid?
gets. The mayor
That's your
pays
pay
you.
rate.
the mayor of the world pays me.
The mayor of the world. But
Yeah.
Cam, here's the thing. If you were to go out and risk your life being a hero, what happens when you die? Then there's no hero, right?
Well, that
Then there's
It's
just
kind of
villains.
like you can do risky things, but not too risky, because then if you're gone, more risky shit happens.
Yeah, and if you're
I mean-
gone, who would be the captain of the chaotic voyage?
well,
Yeah, exactly.
I've written down in my will what happens, so
Who's the co-captain?
I can't. I mean, as first mate, you'd probably take over.
Yes.
Ethan, you can just, I don't know, sit in the boiler room still. But
One
I feel
day, the captain's lab is gonna flood, and
captain's
the
lab.
boiler room will be safe.
Boiler room will take over.
then it'll be
Yes.
Ethan's time to shine. He'll be like, "This is my time to shine."
This is my podcast, but both of my guests have drowned, so it's just gonna be me talking about cars and bikes.
Cars and bikes, yeah, the most important things in life.
Yeah. You guys have died, it'll just be me going, this is my boiler room.
This is my bike. You can't see it because this is just audio. But let me describe it to you. It's got numerous spokes, 2 handles attached to a bar, which I believe they call a bar handle.
Yep.
The seat is adjustable. Anyway, that's all I have time for.
Yeah, that's
Next time,
next time.
the boiler room podcast. We talk
A
about
chaotic cycle.
As we cycle through the streets chaotically. Do I get hit? Find out. See ya.
Listen to me getting hit by a car live on air.
Gotta get the view
You
somehow.
fucking cyclists, get off the road!
while I'm
Sorry.
flying. Yeah.
The problem is though, Paris, if you and I die, like our viewership's gonna like be cut in half.
That's true.
Although, like,
Don't you mean a third? No, 2/3.
no, because my mum will listen.
Oi!
Uh,
So
Oh
that,
shit.
you know, that's 4 people, and other friends that we force to listen will also stop listening, probably.
But we'll force them at first, but then they'll realise how good
how much time they're wasting.
Yeah,
they'll realise how much time they have.
yeah. Speaking
I
of
don't
how
know.
Wish to not spend it watching this shit.
much- Wow.
They'll realise what else am I gonna do with my time? I might as well listen to my friends make fools of themselves.
Well, that's what the podcast is about. After 3 episodes,
We're just a
when we-
ship of fools here
Yeah.
on the chaotic voyage.
Anyway, another question I had about superpowers. It's slightly more relevant, but like if you had, I don't know, say Wolverine's healing ability or some sort of ability which makes you basically invulnerable and you can do stuff, would you be more inclined to save people? Like, because you know that you can't get injured. Or
What
like,
does
Yeah.
does getting injured still hurt?
yeah, it would still hurt.
Like if you were to be shot in the stomach, you'd heal and the
Yeah.
bullet would probably just come out in a few minutes, but it'd be really painful.
It would be
And you'd have to
painful.
go through so much pain
After
and
about
shit.
like the 150th shot, you wouldn't have any like nerves left to feel it.
Well, you would
No,
because
but the
they'd heal.
nerves heal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but you just get like used to it. Just be like, yeah,
You might get used
Yeah.
to it.
Still hurt.
It would hurt
another
though.
flesh wound.
There has to be some consequence.
Do you
I'm not
reckon
too
if he
sure.
started bleeding, will he bleed out? Could he bleed out, or is
No,
he
because
just?
he'd heal himself.
He'd lose a bit of blood, but then
The blood
he'd
will.
heal.
The blood will
The
heal.
wound will heal. The blood will heal.
Yeah.
He'll scoop up the blood and he'll just drink it.
We're going by like
Yeah.
comic book sort of things where basically once you heal you're back to normal, even if you lost like all your blood. So like it basically resets you to a healthy version. Well, maybe not healthy, but you know, your normal version of yourself.
To go back to the original question, I think I'd be more inclined to be a hero, but I still, I don't know. I wouldn't enjoy it, I guess. That
I
sounds
mean-
bad.
You're not supposed to enjoy being a
Who
hero.
would
I have to
enjoy
save
being
people
hurt
again.
severely?
It's
Right,
a-
so the reward of saving people would be great, but it's like, sweet, I saved a school full of kids, but now my fucking kidney is like severely damaged because I was shot in the stomach
now-
multiple
But now
times.
one of the little rascals stole my kidney.
as they do.
Last time I help a kid.
Me. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like being a hero is more of a responsibility though. It's not one of the things that you do just because you enjoy being a hero.
Yeah, I'm not a responsible
Yeah,
person, so I don't think I'd be very good.
If you're a villain, you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
Well,
That's
yeah,
true.
Until they catch you.
but
You can just be like, fuck
shouldn't.
yeah,
that's
rather
not
than
how
like
we
motorbike.
not how we do
Through run
things.
to a wall.
I guess I'd be like a non-severe villain. I'd just be like a light villain, if that makes sense.
Like you have
Slightly
light
villainous.
powers.
No, just Spider-Man and Wolverine powers combined. Spider-Man.
So you have all those powers, and you're
I'm
slightly
the woven
villainous.
spider.
You steal the occasional pack of gum.
Pretty much.
I like how you steal gum. Like you've got the power to do all this stuff, and you're like, you know what? I'll steal a pack of gum. I can do that now, and probably have the same chance of getting away with it. But now that I've got
Well, here's
spider powers and I can't die, I may as well just steal a pack of gum.
you can use your web from across the room to
That's
pull
true.
the gum towards you. You can get it from the door.
You have to
don't
like
enter
wait
the
2
store.
hours
I feel like
or
that's
something to do for it to dissolve.
using your webs like even like that's more obvious than just walking past something and taking it though, right?
But you can quickly snap
Just
shit.
imagine like hearing that massive thwack of it hitting the wall.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, I missed again.
I
That's
love
why
when
you cough when you do it.
you so basically this is the scenario. Some guys that like run in the store and they just hear and then all of the
On the
candy
run.
bars fall over because you just like knocked the whole shelf. You're like, oh shit.
Alright, maybe
You have like no
yeah.
targeting ability, so
Also,
you've hit him 8 times.
I guess we're going with Spider-Man's organic webbing if we're doing this. Because usually the webbing's like the mechanical thing, which I don't think either of you have the
No,
ability
I'm
to
like
make.
Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Alright, yeah. Or Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
In Spider-Man 3,
Or in all of the Spider-Mans with him.
the Black Spider.
Oh, back.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Ethan has fallen
So-
overboard apparently.
Let's say, back to the pack of gum thing, I think it's a pretty important topic.
Apparently a pack of gum's important. Yeah, go on.
It is, because let's say I'm at an unnamed petrol station / convenience store, and I see that the pack of gum is usually like $4, $5 even. You go to any other supermarket, it's probably like $1.
Are we talking about like a value pack, like a 3-pack, or just like a
Wait,
ordinary pack?
Well, I'm talking about just one of those like envelope of Chewies.
An envelope of Chewy.
yeah,
That's what they're called. You know?
I know what you're talking
I
about.
don't think you walk up to like the servo, the man behind the desk, and you go, "Can I have an envelope of Chewies, thanks?" I feel like you got to get some really sketchy ass Chewies.
Some guy who's just spat out all of his used gum into an envelope. Look, that's expensive anyway. I'd rather just steal it, save. I'm saving
It's
money.
like
I'm being
Snoop
the
Dogg sells like
responsible
triple the
guy.
price.
How often do you have gum? Like,
Uh,
I can't think of the last time
Not
I've used
often.
gum.
to be honest, I'd probably steal mints instead.
Yeah, mints. Alright, you'd use mints more often. But I like how you're
Look,
thinking about your
mints are
savings.
expensive.
You're like, think about all the money I'd save by stealing gum, and it's like, how much do you pay for gum? Oh, I don't use gum, so you're not saving anything.
Let's just say mints.
All right.
Yeah, but then you set up a little convenience store out the front of the service station that only sells gum.
You
That's
steal enough
suspicious.
gum and mints to open up your own stall, and then you resell it for a much cheaper price. That's helping the economy. That's being a good guy.
Not really.
Then you call yourself Paris Hood.
What?
What?
Oh,
Oh, like
Robin
Robin Hood.
yeah. Okay.
Mm,
Don't do that, please.
I won't.
This is a scenario now. You go into a store and the shopkeeper's just like, he just hears this, and then hears like a rattling of all the mints in the little tin. It's like, "Did-did-did-did-did," and then just like, hey, you get out of here. And then you're just like, oh shit. Also,
In that scenario, I'd say I was just rearranging your mint section because
see?
I'm a good guy with superpowers, not evil.
I love how so far
He's like,
in this,
okay, but why'd you have to say it like that? Why would you even bring up being evil?
just
Just to
so
show you that I'm good.
Yeah.
Why would you be rearranging the gum in the first place?
It just looked a bit.
I have OCD.
you might.
That's a good excuse.
Well, this is going to sound really lame, but sometimes at primary school in my spare time, I'd rearrange the books in the library just because I could.
Oh my god, actually.
Yeah, I
That
like having books in
that is,
order.
like, depressing.
It is
I
depressing,
get
but
that
it's true.
maybe like in your own house or room.
Well,
But just at recess and lunch, you got no friends, so you just go to a library and talk to like the 80-year-old
Books are my
library
friends.
teachers.
well, it's true. I didn't have that many friends, which is why I was in a library at
Did you
lunch.
eat lunch with the janitor as well?
No, I don't even.
In the
Janitors
storage room closet, in the broom closet.
Do janitors even work during like daytime at school?
No.
Like
Maybe at your school.
they didn't. That's why I'm asking. But
For
yeah.
the story's sake, they did.
Well, you forget, Paris, that like the time that I was at yours and I tried to rearrange your PS3 games.
I do forget. I did forget.
Yeah. Did you?
When was that? PS3. That would have been a while ago.
It's like,
What is this, 2009?
yes.
Exactly.
Well, actually, I didn't know Paris in 2009, so no.
That would have been year 8.
Yeah.
You didn't exist.
I didn't exist till year 10.
Yeah.
So 2011?
Bad times.
Yeah. Well, what? Because I started existing. Wow.
No.
Yes.
Just bad people.
Well, let's not get into talking about those bad people, because that's not a good idea. Because
Look,
Anyway, if you
that
had
goes
those
full
powers,
circle.
what goes
Yeah,
full
to
circle?
powers.
Hmm?
Back to
Those
powers.
bad people. You can stop bad people with your powers.
That's what I was talking
if you
about.
if you were like stealing gum,
I'm not.
would you have like a
No more stealing gum.
Yeah, Ethan, stop stealing gum, please.
We've got to do meaningful
Gum
things
bad.
with our powers.
So far, this podcast has established 3 things. If we had superpowers, we'd become supervillains, steal gum, and we'd like talking shit about people from primary school and high school. Not a good start.
Cameron's a learner who plays with books.
Don't
Well,
recess.
look, would
Yeah,
you
play with
rather
books.
live in a city where the villain is a guy who kills people and terrorizes innocent civilians? Or would you rather live in a city where the main villain's a guy that just takes everyone's gum and mints?
Well, I mean, you have a point there. I would prefer just have...
Damn right.
But you know what's better than both of those scenarios? Having no mints
Audible.
stolen. Or audible.
That would have been Perfect segue.
Well, we're not getting
We need to
sponsored,
take
so
this into account to today's sponsor.
we're not sponsored. I just have to
You know what's
let everyone...
totally not villainous? Audible.
We're not sponsored, guys. Stop talking about sponsors.
When we get one.
Yeah, when we get one, if we get one, then you can start
And we're
talking about
talking
it.
about superpowers again.
Yeah. You know
You know
what?
what's super? The power of Audible.
Speaking about this gum, all this gum makes me hungry. I think I should go to the local service station. Oh,
Yeah?
it's classically this.
Classically.
This episode's sponsor.
We're not getting sponsored by anyone, so let's not talk about any companies that may
I
or
thought
may
you were
not
going to say
exist.
Blue Apron. All this gum is making me hungry.
I love cooking
For-
gum in the kitchen.
I made gum waffles.
For all the ingredients delivered right to your door.
Gum pancakes.
You know how usually they read out like really gourmet meals and
Yeah.
stuff that sounds really good. Yeah, I made a gum pancake. I cooked it up and it just bubbled everywhere.
Not a good
so,
experience.
yeah, nah. I wouldn't recommend cooking gum, but I do recommend Blue Apron.
Well, I have no strong feelings about Blue Apron one way or the other, so just thought I'd put that out there.
Alright, fair
Thank you.
enough.
You're welcome for my input. So, another question that I've got for the two of you.
Oh god.
Say you're walking late at night, and you see like an alien ship land in a
A
park
man
near
stealing
you.
gum.
No, an alien ship like crashes, but like not a super loud crash where everyone knows about it. But like you, because you're awake and walking, you see it. What do you do? Do you?
I like to point out the fact that you said awake and walking, not like sleepwalking.
Yeah, because if you're sleepwalking, you wouldn't notice it.
Yeah, but why everyone presumes that you were walking, not sleepwalking?
You know what? Just
You
answer
might
the
be
damn
sleepwalking,
question.
Ethan.
What would I do? Is that the question?
Yeah.
What would you do?
I would go into the ship and as I'm opening the door, yell, "It's Ethan!"
Oh boy.
And then
What if you like scare them and then they just start attacking?
Yeah.
well,
They think you're a threat.
I would attack them back and they'll be dead.
They'd have like
And
laser
then what
guns.
if you start like World War III with aliens instead of with
That's their
nuclear
problem.
weapons?
No, it's your problem.
That's our problem too.
Do you
They
think
should have
that
listened to the Chaotic Voyage.
if you start a fight with aliens, Eth, we're all gonna die because humans can't like
That's not our fault.
compete?
Well,
How do you know aliens
Maybe-
are more advanced?
Because
that is true. Maybe
they clearly
dumb.
mastered the ability for interstellar travel if they can travel from their solar system to ours. So that's more advanced than we are currently. Therefore, more advanced.
but if
But
they,
what if that was
even
just
if
on,
they
like,
were
a comet that just landed?
A comet that's
a
just
comet,
wait, a comet landed. Wait, why are you talking about comets?
I think he's trying to say if there were aliens on a comet that crashed rather
But they'd
than a
be-
ship,
They'd be dead.
They haven't figured out interstellar travel. They've just it's just coinky dink.
They were just
Exactly.
they all hang out on some comet which somehow supported life, which then
Yeah.
and then they all survived the coming into our atmosphere just to get like beaten up by Ethan.
Yeah.
Look, we're talking about aliens. It's all hypothetical.
Yeah, but they'd probably have laser guns.
No. They
I don't
might
know
have
about that.
like guns from like World War One. So
How? How
You know-
did they get that?
Well,
Like, did they have their own alien world war?
they must have.
all right, let's go through this. Let's assume that they have
Like-
guns. Okay, it doesn't matter what guns because Eth, do you have a gun?
No.
Then they're gonna win. It doesn't matter if
But
they.
I have the Matrix.
You don't have the Matrix. That doesn't even
I
make
have
sense.
the Matrix.
He doesn't. I'm stating a fact. Ethan does not have the Matrix.
The Matrix is not something that can be owned
It-
unless
it-
it's on Blu-ray or DVD.
which And we're not sponsored by the Matrix. Just thought I'd clear it up as well.
Or Blu-ray.
Or the Wachowskis.
Or DVD.
Or
Blockbuster.
discs of any kind.
You know what? We're not sponsored by anyone, and that's a
I think
fact.
Blockbuster's pretty much dead now.
If you would
Yeah.
like to sponsor us, please email us at our email.
We don't have an email yet, so don't say anything, because then
Do we have a PO box?
one of our 3 listeners will be like, "Oh, I'll make that email," and then they'll get the sponsorship deal.
We probably should make one fairly soon then.
Yeah,
And we'll buy a
'Cause we're
PO
definitely-
box for mail time.
because we're definitely like near getting sponsorship deals.
Well, I mean,
No, yeah.
better to be doing it early. And, yeah, you know.
The fans will send us mail.
Yeah,
Yes,
do mail time.
but we don't record us showing the boxes that we're opening and the gifts that we
just
get.
open them
It's
and
just
take
the
them.
audio.
They're just
Yeah.
packets of gum.
and just
Well, I'd be pretty happy if you sent us packets of gum.
a note
too.
that says, "Please don't steal these in future. If you're really that poor that you need to steal gum, just ask
So
someone
you
to buy
don't
it for
have
you."
to steal.
Yeah,
Keeping you safe. Here's some gum so you don't
Also-
have to steal.
our fans aren't going to send us mail because we know everyone who's going to listen to this podcast, and they don't send us mail now. So
And they're not fans.
they're also not fans.
They,
To watch.
they won't be fans.
Yeah, the closest we get to mail is when like mail
Your
from
mum
fans.
knocks on the door and says, "Cameron, here's a gift for you and your friends on the podcast."
That's
You're
actually
like, "Mum, this is just a plate of dinner."
that's actually what I was going to say. Not the plate of dinner, just like the closest I get to fans giving me gifts is when my mum gives me a birthday present.
And your mum gives you a kiss.
Nah, don't push it. Birthday present.
Wait, mum's is supposed to kiss you?
Huh. That's weird. I thought they just hit you with
That is
wooden
weird.
spoons.
Yeah, I thought that was normal. Yeah, the only mail I'll get is when my dad knocks on my door and then starts to beat me up.
Okay.
And for some reason, he's at my new place.
Moving on from being beaten up.
Wait, I never answered the question about the aliens with the guns.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Right, so
They-
what I was going to say before
you don't know they have guns
was...
yet. but-
Alright, I don't know they have guns. What I was going to say before was, if Ethan was to burst into the ship and say, "It's Ethan," then it doesn't matter if the aliens are smart or dumb. If you do that, they're going to think you're a threat.
Yeah. Because they're
Probably
also
if they did have guns somehow, probably just start shooting and you're dead.
because they won't understand English, so they'll think it's like some sort of war cry.
How do you know?
I'm assuming.
It's very presumptuous of you.
Alright, so we're assuming that they're not advanced, but they know English.
Oh, well, I'm just saying you can't not assume it.
Okay, fine, but... So, alright, but then... Anyway, what is your answer to this question?
So,
You see a ship
first I was
crash.
going to say I'd investigate,
Yeah,
but now I'm thinking, yeah, they could be dangerous. Call the police, I guess,
alright.
or call someone, some authorities of some kind.
The problem with that is then, like, the men in black come, and they're like, they wipe your memory. Do you want your memory erased? They're like, you can't tell anyone about the aliens. You're like, I won't. And they're like, no, you actually can't. You don't remember it. And you're like, aliens? And then, because they already wiped your memory.
Well, if that's something that has to happen, so be it, I guess.
That's a boring thing. It's like the men in black existed. That they exist, but no one ever knows because they just erase memory of themselves.
Hmm.
You're just like, oh, look, an alien ship. And then they're like, nope, nothing. And you're like, oh, look, nothing.
Speaking about erasing memories, if you had the power to erase people's memories, would you use it, I guess?
Nah. I don't want to mess with
It'd be
people's...
pretty harsh, but also it would give you the chance to, like, not fuck up when speaking to people, or like erase a painful memory, or
Yeah.
I don't know, just like avoid bad situations altogether.
Nah, it's
But it would be unnatural. So
It's Ethan. I'm back, guys.
yeah. No, I don't. I wouldn't erase people's memories. I don't want to mess around with people's heads. If I do something embarrassing, as much as I'd want to just fall down and die as soon as it happens, I don't want to change anything about how people think. That's just because I'll probably fuck it up and like erase everything, and then they're just like,
That.
what?
You'd erase everything but that one memory.
Yeah. So all they can think about is like me falling into dog shit or something, and they're like, I don't know much, but I know that you're a failure of a human being. And they're like, oh, thanks.
You fell in dog shit that one time.
Yeah.
So ultimately, you're using a power to embarrass yourself further or make it worse,
Yeah. Well, that's if you
rather
mess
than
it up.
not using it at all.
But like, this goes back to if I had mind controlled powers, would I use them? And the answer is also no, because it's one of those things.
Maybe just once.
No,
Takes the fun out of life.
well, that is one of the things, but it's a slope. It's like, yeah, I'll use it once to get a pack of gum from the store, and then you're like, the next time you want a pack of gum, and I don't know, you're poor. So
Maybe I'll tell this bank teller to give me all the money that they can find.
Yeah, it starts with one small thing, and then you get away with it, and then, like,
Maybe
as much
I'll
as
ask this car dealer if he'll give me a Lamborghini.
yeah, it's like a slow thing, and then as you see that you get away with more and more, as much like any good human, as soon as they start, like, power corrupts. Like,
Yes.
if anyone had the power, like, I don't know, say some Christian, I'm just saying Christian because it's like, say some religious person.
Why you gotta bring religion into it, man?
I am like, this person say.
You are.
Yeah, I am. This religion
That's
that won't be specified. Say that they're like a heavy believer in it, and they're like, they've done good all of their lives, and then they get this power, and they're like, I could use this for good, because they'll try to change other people, so that, like, they won't try to convert people, but they will try to change people. And as soon as you start to change people, it's wrong.
I feel like people who've done good all their life and they just want to do good, and they've always stuck to the rules, and they have experienced all the good but not so much the bad. I feel like as soon as they get a taste for power, it like instantly, I don't know, changes them. I feel like if someone you'd want to have powers would be someone who's experienced both good things and bad things in life, and so who's like learned from the bad stuff, rather than someone who wants to do good, because then as soon as they get their way and they find all the things that they can do, I don't know, it's like they get a taste for the bad that they've never had before.
They don't know what not to do.
Yeah, in a way.
I think that if anyone had mind control powers, that they'd end up being bad.
We'd all be fucked.
If they used them.
How do you not use that?
What about mind
true. It'd just be something you'd have to like really focus on. But as soon as you start using it, you're definitely going down the path that you just can't come back from.
Yeah.
It's just,
and mind reading, I think, would be like less, I don't know, less harmful.
I
but
also don't want to read minds.
It's like it's kind of a fucked up thing.
I mean,
but it's also helpful.
It's helpful, but
because
but
well, let's put it like this: you have a friend. Let's call him.
I have a friend.
Jefferson. Steve. Yeah, Cameron. I know it's hard. Try to imagine it. You have a friend, right?
Dude, I'm so happy.
Okay, but your friend isn't happy.
Oh,
right.
That's not good.
Your friend Jefferson is having a hard time.
Poor Jefferson.
And, you're trying to talk to him. What's wrong, buddy? But he's he doesn't want to admit what's happening. He just wants to stay strong and not let anything bother him. So he's like, nothing's wrong, you know, everything's fine, I'm just tired, or something like that.
Yeah.
Mine's reading would come in handy then you can actually figure out what's going on, even if maybe it's bad because it's a personal thing, but at the same time, you could, I don't know, really help someone out in a way. You know exactly what they need at that point.
How would Jefferson feel if you were just like, he's like, I'm alright, and then 10 seconds later you're like, no, you're not alright, your dog just died.
Hey, sorry about your dead wife.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel
Wait,
like,
what? How'd you know?
but with like friends and stuff, I forgot what I was gonna say. Like, there's nothing.
It's an invasion of privacy.
Yeah, if they want to talk about it, then they'll talk about it. It's just one of those things that if they have a problem, you just have to hope that they talk to you about it. Because
Yeah, and like, no matter what happens, is like, you're gonna find out something you don't want to know.
yeah, like
you're gonna be
that's
like
true.
chilling at the table with your best friend of like 1,000 years or whatever. And you'll be
pretty
like,
old.
oh wait, he's the one who killed my dog.
Well, that came out of nowhere.
Well, I get what you mean though, and
You know?
you hear things from maybe people you're close with, and I don't know, like problems they have with you, or they're bitching about you,
Yeah.
or just things they say behind your back you'd constantly hear would be really difficult to deal with.
The way that I think of mind reading, because there's many ways to do it, but I think it's like whatever they're thinking at that moment is like that's what you read. So like if you just ask
So
them,
Jefferson would have to be like, yes, I killed his dog.
well, no, Jefferson's the one who's like disappointed or something.
Fine.
But no,
Fine. Steven's chilling at the table. He's like, remember when I killed that dog?
what's with you and killing dogs?
But he wouldn't say that to you.
No,
It'd just be a random thought that would pop into his head.
exactly.
Yeah, it'd be
So weird.
like, but so this is the scenario. You and Jefferson are talking. Jefferson's down, and you're like, "What's up, man?" And then Jefferson's all like,
Steve killed my dog.
"We're not talking about Steve or dogs. Just you get that out of here."
No more dogs.
Steve killed my cat.
Anyway, so
No killing.
so
No animals.
Jefferson's all sad.
Steve abused my cat.
No Steve.
Jefferson's all sad, and it's just like, I don't want to talk about it. You read his mind, and he's just like, man, Paris can be really annoying when he's so insistent about trying to figure out what the problem is, and then like
When you're the problem, Paris.
and then you've immediately like are angry against him because you're hearing how he feels about you.
Or you can use that to your advantage and be like, okay, now I know to stop pestering him.
Well, that's like a lame example, but yeah, you could stop pestering him.
You're
but
lame.
I am. I organize books.
You
in order.
rearrange books at lunchtime.
Yeah, but
You did that for like 13 years. Wow.
I did.
You go to public libraries and do that.
I don't know. I'm
Cameron's
slightly.
here at 1 p.m. on the dot again. What section do you have for me to sort out today? Oh, the murder mysteries are all out of whack. Some guy came in here an hour ago wearing a fake moustache. Kind of looked like you, and he started throwing books everywhere. Could you fix it? Oh, yep, I'm on it.
Seems suspicious.
Seems like we should pay you or something, Cameron. Oh,
Hey.
don't worry. I love this.
I do
It's
this
all
for
part of
fun.
the service.
That's a bit lame.
But yeah, poor Jefferson.
Yeah. Back to Jefferson.
Speaking of
Jefferson.
mind reading,
Yes.
would it
I had this
work
friend,
like
Jess.
you constantly hear people's thoughts, or is it something you can switch on and off?
It depends on what we're going with. I've just been thinking that like you look at someone and you like put your hand on your temple and you just like look at them like they do in the movies. and then you just
You're
And
like,
then that guy goes,
you
"What's
toss it."
Cameron the weird book
Yeah.
sorta doing
his
with his hand on his temple?"
you read his mind, and it's just like, what is Cameron doing? Looks like an idiot.
Yeah, that'd be what most of the readings would be.
He'd be like, what an idiot, and I'd be like, you're
He's
an
doing
idiot.
that thing again. And you're like, damn, I think it's broken. I can't read anyone's thoughts. All I'm hearing is them saying I look like an idiot. I can't get any other thoughts.
Yeah, and then you become really depressed because you think everyone thinks you're an idiot.
Well, if it was like that, where you kind of read the first thought that comes to their mind when you're focusing on them, I probably wouldn't want that.
No, it's definitely not a good
Like,
thing.
it's better than constantly hearing thoughts, like a bunch of voices in your head.
Yeah,
But yeah, it'd still be really shit. If you could switch it on and off, I guess still better, but you'd get too curious, I think. Especially with meeting new people. So it's like you'd give up on first friendships because the first thought they think is, this guy seems a bit weird. And then you're like, oh, well,
Why is
I'm
he
never
keep
going to be
touching
friends
his
with that guy.
that's
Exactly.
yeah. It's just one of those things, as I always like to say. You
But
just
the first time I met Cameron, I probably thought this guy's weird. And it turned out to be best friends after a while.
like if I had met you and you had mind reading powers and you were like talking and you were doing you're like, hey God, when you're talking about me in sports, and I'm like, this guy fucking sucks. You'd be like, oh, Cameron's a dickhead.
And it's funny because you did think that about me.
I did. See, if
But
you
I
had read my
called you God.
if you had read my mind back then, wouldn't be friends.
That's true. Maybe it's a good thing I don't have powers.
I
Or
mean, I think this podcast has pretty much established that it is a good thing that none of us have powers, because Ethan would start killing people. You'll start stealing gum.
And you'll think we're all weird.
I don't even know what I'd do.
Probably nothing, and so it'd be very boring.
Yeah, it'd probably just be me.
And a power should go to someone else who should maybe do some good stuff with it.
Yeah, I'd like to say that I'd be
But
a
I
hero.
like
But
this powered-themed podcast.
yeah,
Very powerful stuff being said here today.
like invulnerability and living to 1,000
Like
years
the
old.
power of audiobooks.
Oh my god, no, we're not sponsored.
1.5 books.
1.5 books.
Over 1.5 books. And they're both narrated by Cameron. The second one that he started doing, he got tired halfway through and went to bed.
You just
He fell asleep.
yeah, no, you know what? This book sucks. I'm putting it down. And they're like, no, you're recording. You're making an audio book. It's like,
You're not gonna get paid.
yeah, well, you're not going to get a full reading of this book because no one likes it.
Cameron, that's Game of Thrones. That's one of the most popular books.
You know what? It's not going to make it, I don't think.
This isn't gonna take off.
I'm not even gonna put it on the bookshelf.
No one likes dragons. It's stupid.
This has already been done.
You know what? This isn't
And
going to
Lord
make
of
it.
the Rings cold.
It wants its book series back. It wants its genre back. I'll be like, Game of Thrones, you know what? It's not going to make it as a book series. And you know, it's definitely never going to be a successful TV show on HBO.
Wait, why HBO?
I just feel like
Because this week's sponsor.
I feel like if it was to go on anything, it would be HBO. It's just got that HBO feel, you know?
You know what's great about HBO? It's this week's non-sponsor.
Well, if we're gonna list all the non-sponsors, we'd be here all day because no one sponsors this.
The Cabbage Man from the Avatar. Another non-sponsor.
This week's sponsor is the Cabbage Man.
My cabbages. That's all he says. We've got a small
Buy
clip.
my cabbages.
This episode's brought to you by Mike Cabbage. Mike Cabbage.
My cabbage.
I love Mike Cabbage.
Speaking of Mike Cabbage, are there any more power-related topics you want to throw out there, Cameron?
No, But if you were to be abducted by aliens, and let's say that you fall asleep.
What's the first thing you yell?
Let's say you,
Fuck.
you fall
Help.
asleep here. Alright, better
I'm
one.
falling asleep.
You fall asleep
On the
tonight,
podcast.
and then you wake up just on a random alien planet in a forest. What do you do?
I
Yeah.
say, let me guess, you're home.
Nice.
And
That's
then
a-
the aliens don't know what I'm saying because they speak a different language.
How do you know aliens speak a different language?
It's
Well, that's what I was saying to Cameron, but I'd say it's more likely than knowing any language on Earth.
I
What if they
mean,
don't have any languages? What if they're just like,
They communicate through action.
they communicate with
Morse
mind
code.
reading.
Oh, yeah.
Tie it all back together.
Telepaths. Well, then they'd know what I was going to say anyway, so I wouldn't have to say anything.
They just reach for their gun. They're like, no, they reach for their gum. They're like, no, you're not having this.
They try to steal my gum, and then I use my Spider-Man Wolverine powers to steal my gum back, and then I leave. I don't know how I leave.
Yeah, that's the part I'm interested in.
I
do you reckon
kill
if you had
myself.
Spider-Man Wolverine powers, as you like went to sling the web, like, would you reckon you would cut it like a few times?
Or I only said like Wolverine's healing. I didn't say the knives or the claws, because that's just a recipe for disaster. You just destroy everything.
That's true.
That's another one of those powers that just, if you've got claws, you're
You
gonna
can
do
never
bad things.
hold a girl's hand again.
Well, if they're Wolverine claws, they go back in, and I don't know why you're talking about it again. I've never held a girl's hand.
What if
Yeah.
you're Wolverine?
Okay.
You're about to sign a contract, and there's a Wolverine clause.
Oh God.
Anyway, I think the first thing I'd say to an alien if it abducted me was, "What's up, bro?"
Can you put me back?
Hey, look, I was having a dream that I was at the library sorting books out. It's probably one of the best dreams I've ever had. So could you transport me back to my bed?
And the
Please,
aliens are like,
put me
man,
back to
you're
sleep."
lame. We're just not going to touch the species because you'll suck.
Yeah. You thought we were weird, but really you were the fucking alien all along. Who
mean-
does that?
Yeah. I don't know. A loser.
A loser.
You've legit got banned from 10 libraries from doing this.
I mean, I haven't. So don't
The
say
alien
legit.
just reads your mind, and it's just like, you're fucked. And I don't even want to probe you. You know what? You're making this weird.
I like how they're still probing you even though they read your mind. Alright, so let's
I
just
don't know
hope
what I'd
that
say.
aliens don't abduct me because, well, they'll just think that everyone's a loser.
Yeah, you're the one person representing the human race.
They're like physically
Fuck,
weak,
I feel sorry for us.
mentally, there's something wrong with him. He sorts books for fun, which I don't. But
Well, you did.
I did. I wasn't really.
You tried to repress it now.
I'm not trying to repress it now. If I was trying to repress it, I wouldn't have told you.
Well, I mean, you're trying to fight the urge to do it again.
All my books are in order.
It's like an OCD thing. Yeah, exactly.
So there's nothing to fix.
Are you sure about that?
Books.
I actually was looking at my bookshelf. I'm fairly sure everything's in order
Yeah,
though.
but those are your books. So, like, do you think every library in the world has their books in order?
Probably not. I've been to
Do you
libraries.
think I have my books in order?
You don't have books.
My book magazines.
You know,
I don't even read magazines.
I might
Do
be
you
the one.
think my pamphlets and letters and menus are in order? Takeout menus? Probably not.
Or no, I don't order stuff like that. Although it would make things easier.
Here's another hypothetical. You go to a friend's house.
Yeah.
You
Wait, I didn't
look
get
at
it.
their
bookshelf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go to their bookshelf, everything's out of order. They're like, I'm just gonna go to the toilet. And you're like, okay, I'll wait for you. They're in there for a while. You're like, man, they're taking a while. What am I gonna do? My phone's not charged. I don't have anything on me I could entertain myself with. Oh look, a very unorganized bookshelf. Would you start organizing it?
Probably not. I'd want permission before I started changing people's things.
But it's a pleasant surprise.
Is it though? I've known people who don't like having their books in order, and it's weird. I don't
Well,
like
that's
it.
just chaos.
It is.
How does anyone live like
I don't know, Paris. How do they live like that?
that? Well, I mean, I like them in some sort of order. Maybe not like alphabetical or anything, but I can't stand people who say, like, with video games, they put, like, random discs in random covers. Then when you go to find a specific game, it's not there. You have to look through, like, 5 different game covers. Why?
Yeah, I hate that.
So
Yeah.
I'll always put things back, but I'm not gonna sort it in like alphabetical order or what year they came out or by genre or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not a
Cam, don't you
madman,
hate
Cameron.
Yeah, Ethan does that.
Yeah, I can't stand that.
I also do that actually. Like I like having.
A lot of people do it. I can't.
It's just so easy just to change it. Like as
But I
long as
guess it's easier to leave them in the
Would
wrong
you
one.
rip out a page and change the pages in the book?
no, because that's stupid.
Would you?
Have you read a book? Can you read?
No.
What if you rip out all the pages to a book? You the very first letter on that page, you put them in alphabetical order, so all the A's together, B's, C's, D's,
Oh my
and
god.
then you try and read the book like that.
That actually sounds sort of interesting. Like it'd be a whole jumbled mess, but I'd like to see how that went.
You should try it.
I'm not-
Just not
I
on my
reckon the
hands.
T would have the largest section.
Probably.
You should
Or
try
like-
that. The
I
T.
bet.
Oh, right, for the and two and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, Cameron, you should go to a public library,
Yeah.
take any
Do
random
that.
book out, start ripping out the pages, and try it, and see what happens.
Yeah, that sounds like it would end
See
well.
how it
And they're
goes.
like, Cameron, this is unlike you. You on drugs. You,
Speaking
you
of
used to
drugs,
respect the books.
Cameron's here for his daily,
yeah.
for his daily book sorting session. Wait, what's he doing? Oh, what the fuck?
He's lost it.
He's out of books to sort,
It's
so
got
he's
evil.
sorting pages.
He's got a taste for power, and now he's ripping out pages of books.
Wait, why is he ripping up books? Also, he's getting paper cuts, but they're healing immediately.
Also, why is he eating all that gum?
Why is he shooting webs everywhere?
Why does he have that much gum?
Oh man, so powerful.
You got like a
powerful.
whole like bag, it's just full of gum.
Yeah.
But like the gum's color coordinated in the bag.
I don't do that.
Oh,
Blue
even
gum,
better.
red gum.
Even better, it's a suitcase.
I don't sort everything. It's just, you know what, books and stuff like that should be in a certain order. It just looks nicer. And when you're like,
Book's nicer.
yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
It's, yeah, you just like, you look at the bookshelf and then you're like, hey look, all of the
Book at
books
the
are there.
bookshelf.
And they're all in order. That looks nice. No, don't you dare. Don't say it.
I get the things in order look nice, but I don't know. It's not necessary.
Like, I don't sort other things like it.
Do it in your own home, Cameron, but keep that book sorting stuff away from my eyes and my children's eyes.
I
And
don't
my
have
library.
children.
I don't want to know about what you do behind closed doors with your books.
Read them. Sort them.
I said I didn't want to know.
Yeah, well now you know. This is what mind reading does, Paris. You know everything. You know all the dark secrets.
What do I know everything because I read books?
No, you don't read books.
Okay. That's just mean.
It's true though. When's the last time you read a book?
Oh, it's a good question.
It is a good question. I want a good answer.
High school.
Yeah, and that's like 5 years ago. When's the last time you read a book because you wanted to read a book? Yeah.
Maybe when like I was 14 or 15.
Alright, so a while ago. See, who's the real loser?
Well, you, because you sought books
Yeah, well, I am the
at
real loser.
libraries.
I did.
I did
Well-
it yesterday.
I will admit I am a loser. So, the joke's on you guys. You're talking to a loser.
Well, hey, why listen to a book? Because why? Fuck.
Yeah?
Shut up. Why
Anyway,
read?
I think
Why
it's time
read a
to
book?
draw
I feel
this.
sorry
No.
for anyone
No,
who
I'm not
actually
done.
It's time to
remotely
draw this
listens to
podcast to an end.
I'm not done. Why read?
I hope
a
you've
book?
enjoyed it. If you
Why
have, leave a like
Why
or
read a
an
book because you want
iTunes
to?
like.
when you could just listen to a book with a 30-day free trial.
We're not sponsored by Audible.
This is how we get sponsored by Audible.
Yeah, they listen to us.
No
and
one
they
listens
see
to
how
us.
good we are at explaining their
Yeah.
service.
We're gonna have
And just
we'll have 3 listeners.
alright. Well, my mum's gonna listen to it, alright?
Yeah, alright, so that's 4 listeners.
And she might want to know where she can find some good audiobooks.
Yeah, well, you
Yeah,
can tell her in
and-
person.
And I reckon Nan will start listening to it as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. So if we get all of our relatives to listen to it, we'll have 10 listeners.
We'll have 10 to think
Sweet. Well, that's then we'll do a 10 subscriber special.
I like it.
with mail time.
Also, there's
Where
probably
we just get a bunch of men on the podcast.
No,
I
we
mean,
just steal a whole bunch of people's mail and open it on camera.
no, we're not doing
This
that.
one's directed to Julie Smith. Your credit card has expired. Well, thanks for that.
This doesn't even make
Fans.
sense. I don't have a credit card. Why would you
Thanks
send
for
this to
that.
me?
Commonwealth Bank.
Yeah. Thanks for the letter, Commonwealth Bank, and nice YouTube name as well. Nice channel name.
Anyway, I think it's about time to
This
draw
one's
this.
from the Department of Immigration.
Hey, look, I see land in the distance. This
Go
cruise
home.
is drawing to a close. I'd like to thank all 3 of our listeners for listening. And
Us.
what? Yeah, us for listening. I'd like to thank future me for listening. I think I've thanked enough people for listening and said that word enough to last a
I
lifetime.
feel sorry for anyone who's listening.
I feel sorry
My
for
favorite part of this podcast is the intro.
you. Well, my favorite part
And mail time.
was the whole thing. I'm glad you might have listened. You probably skipped to the end so you could hear the code triangle, which you have to tell me in order to prove that you listened to the podcast. Anyway,
Triangle.
You can also
Don't
use
tell
that
me now. I
code
know-
on Audible
Yes, that's also our audible
for
audiobook code.
30-day free trial.
hey, look, we're at land. Goodbye.